Before beginning, I will say that I despise the character Amy Rose with a passion. Her character and personality are annoying to me, and her obsession with Sonic really kills it for me. As the years went by, she's cooled down a tad bit, but nothing can change the past, especially for her in this game. I do apologize if I come off as rude as I'm telling her story, but I have my reasons. So, Amy's story. Where do we begin with this? Her story starts off with any day-to-day activity. Whip step shopping! That was totally cringe, oh my god. Amy reminiscence about Sonic saving her sorry butt every time they get in trouble. Aside from the interesting cutscenes, the egg carrier, Dr. Eggman's battleship, comes flying across the sky of Station Square and barely anyone reacts to it. At all. Then a projectile kamikazes right towards Amy as she dies. Just kidding, a bluebird crash lands near Amy looking seriously hurt. Amy picks him up, and then out of nowhere a large big boy robot named Zero comes hurtling his body at Amy, scaring them into a restaurant. When it's safe, Amy promises to Bluebird that she will protect him, and off they go. Walking toward a casino, we stumble upon Sonic the Hedgehog, and like Sonic, I fear for Amy's appearance. Amy wants to hand out the Bluebird to Sonic for his protection, but Sonic denies, leaving both of them dead. Nah, but seriously, Amy never even named the Bluebird anything. For this video, let's call him Twitterbird. So, Amy and Twitterbird meet Sonic near Twinkle Park, when again, out of nowhere, Zero appears. Amy, being a dim-witted twat, not realizing the dangerous encounter they faced, sees the Twinkle Park notice saying cute couples get in for free. Rushing toward the elevator, Amy quickly separates from Sonic and enters her first level. Amy's levels are pretty much normal run away from the bad guy stages. Honestly, these are pretty much all of Amy's stages from here on out. And just to mention, Amy has the least amount of stages from all of the playable characters with a total of 3. One level in Twinkle Park, the second in the hot shelter on the egg carrier, and final egg on Eggman's base. All of them having the same goal of running away to the end to get a free ride on a large yellow balloon that takes you to the sky and whatever else God has planned for Amy. Her moveset is as basic as it gets, jumping, running, and using her Pico Pico hammer. Her movement is clunky and slow, but when you want to try to get that sick, nasty hammer jump while running, it cancels completely whenever you make a turn. You gotta keep running in a forward direction to get that jump and it gets annoying. Playing through levels are really annoying too. The camera goes all over the place with every turn you make, especially on the beginning stage. It just whoosh you all over the place and it gets disorienting, and it makes you change your direction completely. After the first stage is completed, Amy escapes with Twitterbird and immediately pulls a Princess Peach as she gets kidnapped right on the spot by Zero, waiting to be rescued, just like that. She's sent to the egg carrier in a jail cell. Out comes one of Eggman's E-Series robots, E102 Gamma. Gamma demands for the bird, but Amy doesn't comply. She starts to feel pity for the poor robot as they start chatting with each other. Twitterbird then swoops in front of the Gamma and somewhat convinces him to let him go? What? The next room over is a fun whack-a-mole minigame you play to escape getting the high score. Beating this minigame earns you the most useless power-up for any character out there, the Warrior Feather. This thing lets you swing your hammer in a spiral direction whenever you want. And let me just say, I only used this once on the minigame after I got it. This power-up in itself isn't even useful in the 2 other stages you come up against, since you're always on the move away from Zero and other enemies. This leads you to the hot shelter, where in the first stage you escape from Zero. This stage wasn't half bad. I got a little giggle after discovering some weird glitches and poses. There were some new mechanics for the stage though. The first thing was this red cranky turn on occasions to open doors, but considering I played the Steam version of this game, I had to manually press the up, down, left, and right arrows on my keyboard to get a full turn of the crank. The second is this pushable staircase, which wasn't always working for me. At least Amy's trying to get a grasp on how to stair. The third is placing these color-coded blocks in the correct holes to unlock doors or vents. It's as simple as it comes. After that stage is completed, Amy is whisked away to another world by a wed wisp who guides you through the game. She meets up with the orange echidna Tikal, who discovers the small chows, including a tiny appearance of Chaos, the water monster and the game's main antagonist. No disrespect, Eggman. Short but sweet, Amy is sent back on the egg carrier, who doesn't get far and is stopped by Eggman. As Sonic and Tails come to rescue Amy, Eggman grabs Twitterbird and takes the Chaos Emerald he had in his pendant. Eggman then sends out Gamma to defeat Sonic, but is easily defeated as always. Amy, being a sweet-hearted person, stops Sonic before finishing off Gamma and succeeds. Sonic chases after Eggman, Amy says goodbye to Gamma, and Tails and Amy fly away as the egg carrier explodes. After Tails drops off Amy, they set off their merry way, and Amy is now alone with Twitterbird. Amy sees the pendant on Twitterbird and notices a picture of him and 2 other birds. So Amy has the smart idea to find and reunite with his family, starting off at Eggman's base in the Mystic Ruins, where Twitterbird's family is possibly being held captive at. Before going to the base, I decided to get one more power for Amy. Going back to the whack-a-mole minigame, getting a bigger high score, I received the long hammer. All it is a radius boost for the spin hammer attack, which again is useless. I only grabbed it only because of this video, if you didn't know about it. Making it to the base, Amy once again is being chased down by Zero. Same rules apply from the last 2 stages. Hey look, there's a prop hunt mode for this game. That's great. After wasting nearly a whole stage not finding Jack Donkey, Amy then realizes that Twitterbird escaped from the egg carrier and now assumes Twitterbird's family is there. Exiting the base, they make their way to the egg carrier. Side note, can I just say how slow Amy is at climbing ladders? As a kid playing this part, it was taking a million years for Amy to get on top of the cliff. Big the cat over here being a champ at climbing ladders, but Amy's being the slowest.
Big, Can you climb a ladder? Big, can you... Thank you. Oh my god, he climbs a ladder like a champ.
Yes, I'm gonna say it right here. Amy is slower than Big. And that's saying something. Anyways, on the egg carrier, they easily find Twitterbird's family alive and free. Reuniting with each other, Twitterbird is then attacked by no other than Zero, aka the final boss. Amy gets super pissed, so takes on Zero herself one-on-one. Zero isn't a tough boss to beat, but sometimes hard to prove when he's available to hit. He jumps here and there, making it so you can't hit him when he does that. You gotta electrocute him on the sides on the stage to open his head, where you hit his weak spot with your hammer. He has another move where he expands his arms, swinging them back and forth, so just jumping you'll be fine. Beating him causes him to explode, ending Zero's rampage and a victory for Amy. Hurrah. Twitterbird makes a quick recovery and him and his family fly off into the sunset saying goodbye to Amy. She learns a lesson for her to do her best, even if it's just going to be pestering the hell out of Sonic some more. So yeah, that was pretty much it for Amy's story. Not much to tell after the end credits roll. She's not even involved much into the main storyline other than the bird having a chaos terminal that Eggman needed to power up chaos, which you never see during this game. It is disappointing even for Amy fans considering how short her gameplay was. 3 stages and a dragged out storyline. All Amy did was save a bird from Eggman, not much to go on. Anyways, I tried to be as positive as I could with this review, but since I still hate Amy with all my heart, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. She's not involved with a lot of Sonic games other than a few exceptions, but hey, she's a character who a lot of people love and I can't stop them. Playing Amy's story took less than an hour to play. I mean, there are side missions you can do, but I will leave it to rest. I want to give Amy's story a 6 out of 10. Poor character control, asinine camera angles, and not much involved in being a playable character in this story. Some parts of playing as Amy were okay at best. I just don't want to be the one to tell you that you shouldn't enjoy playing as her. Who knows, maybe the other stories will be more exciting than Amy's.